Hey my dear friends, welcome to this video. In this video you're gonna learn how to make a Google Chrome extension like this one, EX Bomber, which we made. So in this video you're gonna learn how to make this extension for the Google Chrome. First, let's see how this extension works. Let's turn it on. This extension will change any images on the website to something else. So in this case it changed all images to an image of hacked. So it's like you're hacked. It doesn't matter in which website you are. In any website, it take all the images and change and replace that image to something we want. So let's see how it works. If you go to the Google, I search for cat. This is the cat images, but they're all replaced with this hacked image. If you search duck, it's also change to these images. It doesn't matter in which website you are. For example, if I want to open myscapepower.net, you see all images has been changed. So it basically changed all images into any website. If we turn off the extension and refresh again, you see now we have the images. If I refresh here, I have the default images. But with the extension turned on, it replaces all the images and it feels like you're hacked or something like that, or maybe you don't want to see any images, or you can think about it. Now I know you learned how this extension works. Now let's see how to make this extension and how to import it into the Google Chrome to use it. So let's get started. The first thing I want to do is to remove this extension and make everything from the scratch. So to make it, first of all, open the Visual Code editor. We make a folder, I call it EX for extension Bomber, something like that. As you see, we have two files. One is the icon and there's a folder called images. Inside this we have the images we want to replace with. We just need that. You can use any image, any icon you like, it doesn't matter. So in this case I want to use this one for the icon of the extension, and this images will be used to replace the original images. So once we imported our extension, we have to drag and drop our folder into the Visual Code. Okay, now we are into the Visual Code. This is my image folder. Inside it I have the images, and this is my icon. To make a Google Chrome extension, the first thing you need to do is to make a file called manifest.json. So let's make it manifest.json, and this is a file which tells the Google Chrome this is an extension, and you can put the properties of your extension in this file. This file is an object, so open a bracket, curly bracket, and inside this curly bracket the first thing you have to tell the Chrome is which manifest version you want to use. So as the time it is, the last version is 3, so you use that. Just write manifest version, and because this is an object we can write it like this. This is version 3. After that is my extension name, so just say name, and my extension name is EX for extension Bomber. Okay, and after that we need to say the browser which version of extension is our extension version, and because this is the first version I just say 0.0.0.1. and after that, because we want to use a folder of images, you can't directly use it. You have to tell the Google Chrome this is our image folder and we want to use that. This is our resource. To do that, just write web accessible resources, and we tell the Google Chrome this is the resources we want to use in this extension, and because we can use many resources, this is an array. Inside this array we have an object, and the first thing is the resource itself. The resource, and this resource is inside this resource we have, because I can have many resources, we use array, and inside this array we say what we want to use. We want to use these images which is inside this image folder. So first write your folder name, which is images slash. You can write your file names, for example image slash 1.jpg comma 2, and just like that, but that takes a lot of time. Instead of that I can just write star.jpg. This means any file with a JPG format could be a resource, so it allows all of these files to be used as a resource of this extension. That makes job much easier, comma. After that we need to tell the Chrome what is the matches of our resource. It means in which website you can be able to use these resources. I want to use it on any website it doesn't matter, so I say matches, and this matches is equal to an array. Inside this array I say all URLs. If you want to use it on a specific website, just write the name of that website in here, but we want to use it on any website, it doesn't matter, so we do it like this. After that, after the web accessible resources, we want a description for our extension, so I just write description. Okay, what is the description? I say this extension replace the images to our own, something like that. You can put any description to it. After the description, now I want to have an icon of my extension, so I just write icons, and this icon is an object. You have to tell the Chrome this is our 60-bit icon, this is 32, 48 and 128, so it use that icon in different positions. For example, you have one icon here, this must be big. There's another icon, this is small, but we want to use just one image for all of them, so just write 16, and this is equal to icon. Just put your icon name .png and comma. I want to copy this and put it a few times, and this time I want to use it for 32-bit, and I want to use it for 48 and 128, and that's it. Now we can have an icon for our extension. After the icon I put a comma. Make sure these commas are very important, but you never put a comma at the end of once your object is end, because that makes an error. But you have to put it if you want another thing inside your object. So what we want is the most important part, which is the content script, which is the script that do the job for us. So what this extension does, this extension will replace the images. That should be done from another file, from another source. So for that reason we say content scripts, yes, something like that. And because we can have many files, this is an array. Inside the array we have object, and the first thing is where you want to use this script on a specific website or on everything, just like we did before. So we want to this could be run on any website, it doesn't matter. We just write matches, and this matches is an array, and I just say all URLs, just like that. So it will be run on any website. If you want to it ran on a specific website, you can just write something like this: https://google.com, and it will only run on Google. If you want it to run on another website, you just put a comma in another website, something like that. Or if you want it to be able to run on both HTTP and HTTPS, you just put a star here. If you want to run it on any directories, you just put something like this, /n star. But we want to use it on every website, so I just write all URLs, and after the all URLs I put a comma, and this is very important. This is our content script, so we just put write JS, and this is equal to an array because we can have multiple content scripts, and inside this one I write content.js. You can name it anything you want, but we want to put it this name. I have to make this file. Content script. So this will be the our extension script which does the job for us, and we put it here. Okay, and that's all we need for the manifest.json. After that we come to the content.js, and this is the file which does the job for us. So what we want an extension that could replace the images for us, any image, it doesn't matter. So to do that is very easy, but first I want to import my images from the image folder to my content.js. I make an array of file. Before doing that, let's test our extension. Let's see if it does work or it doesn't work. I just want to put a console.log. This is my Bomber extension. Okay, so in our console we will get this message if the extension works. I just save it. I go to my Chrome. When you go to the Chrome, you have to go to the setting and then extensions. Once you're in the extensions, make sure to turn on this developer mode. You see, if you put it, this menu will pop up. So you have to select your extension by using load unpacked, because our extension is on the development process, so it's not packed. We just select unpacked, and here I go to the folder I made my extension, and this is the folder of my extension. I just select the extension. As you can see, our extension is now on the Google Chrome. Let's see if it works. If I go to the Google, if I go to the inspect in console, you see we get this message. It doesn't matter in which website we are. If I go to another website, if I go to the inspect console, we get this message. It doesn't matter, we get it anywhere. So it means our extension works. Now we want to do the other jobs. Let's remove this console. As I told you before, we want to import all these images inside our content.js. To do that, we make a array of file names equal to an array of all of our images. We can do this much easier, but I want to do it in a easier method. I put the name of all images. I just copy this. I just put the name of those images. You see, 2, 3. If your image's name is something else, you just write it here as what it is. And that's it. Now all of our images are inside this array. Okay, after that, what I want to replace the images. So to do that, let's go to the Google. I want to search for something. I search for dog, for example. First we have to go to the console and run a script. Let's make a variable called image, and this is equal to document.getElement by tag name image. So what it does, it gets every element which has a tag name of image. Let's run it, and now if I say sorry, if I say yes, images, you can see we have something here. I say console log and the images. Yes, you see we get the images, and we have all of these images, image 0, 1, 2, 3. If we come over this, you see this is the images. For example, this one is this image. See, if I hover, you can see it selects those images. Okay, for example, I wanna check this one. Sorry, not like that. You just open this like this, and there's a lot of information about this image, as you can see, but what information we need is the source of this file. If you come down, okay, where is the source? And this is the source, you see, src. This is where the image is located. We want that. To get that, it's very easy. So I know you understand how we get the images. We just select all images by tag name, and from that specific image we select the source of it. So let's go back to our visual code, and inside this one I just write that code, let images equal to document.getElement by tag name. I want all images, and the image tag is img. After that, I want to loop through all images. I want to select all of them. To do that, it's very easy. Just write for every image. I name a variable called, for example, image element of what, of this image. So it will make a new variable of image. This is an array, and we loop through every time. It means we select this image, then this image, then this image. We'll just loop into all images down. Okay, inside this for loop what we want is to replace this image. Now we have the image from the website. We want to replace that one with one of these images, but we want to select these images randomly. To do that is very easy. I make a variable, for example, I call it random image is equal to math.random, and this will make a number between 0 and 1, for example 0.1, 0.2, and because we have 9 images, I times this one by my array name, which is file name dot length. It gives the length of this array and times that by the random number. We have to put this inside the bracket, and because this gives us a number with dot, it gives us such numbers, and we don't want something like that. We have to write math.floor. Okay, with the math floor we get between 1 and 9. Okay, that looks good to me. That looks good. So we want to put this random image to this image which comes from the website. Okay, to do that we just write, we have to make another variable. I call it file is equal to this random image. But because sorry, we don't want to do that. We want to select these images and put these images inside this file, and because this images is located inside a folder called images, we just write that images name slash, and it means we want to select the images inside this folder plus the array name with which random number. We put this random number inside the file name. To make it easier, I call this random number R, and that's it. So what it does, it selects any image from this array by a random number. So it selects image 1, image 2, image 5, image 9, image 2, randomly and put that image with this folder name inside this file variable. It's easy, right? After that, what we want is to put this random image, which is, I call it file, to our image which located on the website. How you can do that? We have to tell the Chrome to do that for us. So we make another variable, I call it URL. In the Google Chrome, and if you go to the Google Chrome documentation, if I go to manifest.json, and there's in this website developer.chrome, if you go there, if you write Chrome runtime, there's a lot of information into Google, into the Chrome developer website. You can see if we want to import that image, we can do this like we did in the JavaScript. You can use the this something like this to call this element.src equal to file. It doesn't work. It doesn't work here. To do it, we have to use, because now we are not on a website, but we are inside the Google Chrome extension. For that reason, the Google Chrome itself gives us this Chrome runtime functionality. We have to use that to import that image source to our file. Okay, to do that, I just make a variable called URL, and inside this URL I just write Chrome dot runtime dot get URL, and inside this URL I can use this file name, and now I can use this URL to put it the source of this image. Okay, now let's select this one. I want to put a random into any of our web images. I say src to source, so I want to replace the source. As I told you, we can use the file. We have to put this line of code and use that one as our image source. So it's src is equal to URL, and that's all. That's it. Let's save it. Let's come back to our Google. Let's go to our extension. Before doing that, if we refresh this website, you see it doesn't work. Why it doesn't work? I did everything and there is no error. But why it doesn't work? Because you didn't refresh the extension. You have to, anytime you make a change, you have to refresh your extension. I refresh, and now if I refresh, you see all images changed to the image we want. So it wasn't that hard to make a Google Chrome extension, right? Just like that, you can make any kind of Google extension. In this channel, we're gonna make multiple extension. On next videos, I'm gonna make more complex extension, and I will talk more about manifest version 3, and we're gonna make more extension. This is really fun to do. So I hope you guys learned something. If you learned something from this video, make sure to like, subscribe, share with your friends, and if you have any question, let me know in the comment below. Have a great time.